My name is Sean Huggins. I'm a 32-year-old self-taught programmer, and this is the story of how I became a developer. Welcome to Ctrl+R. So in this video, I wanted to show you guys my plan for learning how to program and what I've been working on so far and plans for the future so that everybody's caught up and up to speed with where I'm at in the learning journey, and then we can move forward from there actually making stuff together. So let me show you my plan. Alright, so I'm taking a bit of a three-pronged approach here to my learning. Let me show you. So first, I'm taking a course online on Udemy. This is on web development, and it takes me all the way from knowing absolutely nothing to at least finding out what it takes to become a web developer. It at least mentions most of the technologies that I'll need to become one. So things like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, Express.js, APIs, React.js, Git and GitHub, and a lot of other stuff. This isn't the actual curriculum, but everything that I need to know, all of the basics to becoming a web developer. I've followed this course before, and this course is fine for introducing the necessary topics that I will need when being employed as a web developer. But after multiple attempts at this course, I've realized I've been trapped in tutorial hell. I will take this course, I will understand 100% every single aspect of the entire course, and then I will go to make a project and I will not remember anything at all. I don't know how that's even possible, but that's where we're at right now. Anyways, let's move on. This course actually has plenty of projects built into it every step along the way in order to reinforce the learning, but that's still not enough. At least it hasn't been for me. So that's where phase 2 of my plan comes in. Side projects. Every step along the way, I will create my own little side project, maybe a personal website, and then a blog site, and then a to-do list app, and then maybe an API site. I have a list of 40 to 50 project ideas that range from absolute entry-level beginner projects like a static personal site, and slowly build on each other along the way, all the way up to making multiple full stack web applications, gradually getting harder and harder and introducing more technologies slowly. And the course does this too. It has plenty of projects every single step of the way, but doing my own side projects that I determine what they are and what they're going to be forces me to not have a backup plan of being able to be told through a course, this is the correct answer to figure out the problem that you're having with whatever you're trying to make. So all of these side projects will be my main focus for reinforcing the technologies that are presented in the course that I'm taking. Which brings me to my third and final step, which is mini projects. I'll use these mini projects to reinforce very specific little things just to help get me some extra practice with some things. So for example, HTML and CSS, maybe I work on making a bunch of customized buttons or forms or playing around with Flexbox or Grid. And then for JavaScript, for example, there's a lot of small beginner practice problems that you can do. Something like FizzBuzz or the Fibonacci sequence, print just even numbers, just random little challenges like that. Things that are not really full projects, but they will help reinforce the projects that I am making and the stuff that I'm learning in the course as well. So I want to get to making full stack applications as quickly as I can because they're the most challenging and they're obviously the most relevant for employment purposes, but I'm reluctant to speed through the fundamentals even if it seems like I maybe have a good grasp on them, because I've done that in the past, and then when it comes time to actually be on my own and making my own projects, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's the reason for all of the extra side projects and the mini projects alongside the course material and all the projects that goes with that. So I'm really trying to overload the fundamentals and practice making my own stuff every single step of the way outside of the course to really help reinforce and get the reps in so that I can build a solid foundation of knowledge. That being said, I'm very early on in my course. I've only finished HTML and CSS, and I've completed 2 side projects on my own, so I'll show you those now quick. All right, so this is the first one. It's just a really simple, static, personal site, simple and clean with an emphasis on responsiveness. And this is the second one that I made. It's a fake landing page for a course on, you know, how to focus and stuff, how to focus longer. And again, I was just focusing on clean, simple designs and responsiveness. Nothing crazy. Again, just another static site, just HTML and CSS. I'm not perfectly happy with the results of the websites, but I feel like spending a lot more time making everything pixel perfect isn't really the best use of my time. So like I said, the main focus was just to make them clean, simple designs and make them responsive. And I think I did that pretty good, especially for them being the first 2 websites that I ever made. So I'm kind of proud of them. Definitely a lot of room for improvement. I can even see that myself, but you gotta start somewhere. So I think as long as I stick to simple designs, keep drilling the fundamentals, keep everything clean and responsive, then I can slowly build up from there. So that's my goal at the moment. So that's where we are right now with my learning journey. I was just introduced to HTML and CSS in my class, and I've been practicing by making those 2 sites. I've now moved on to the basics of JavaScript. So I'm working through JavaScript right now in the class. So that's where we're at right now. I'm done learning the basics of HTML and CSS, and I've moved on to learning about JavaScript in my class. And I think that I really want to take a lot of time and have a lot of patience when learning JavaScript, because I have glossed over that before in the past and I've understood everything in the moment, and then like I said, when I come back to it later, I don't even know how to wrap my head around it. So I really want to take my time, drill the fundamentals of JavaScript. So that's what the near future of these videos will be. It'll be continuing to make side projects with HTML and CSS, just making some super basic sites to drill the basics of HTML and CSS while also drilling the fundamentals of JavaScript. So the plan now will be to make a website, kind of like a blog type of website, where I can post a bunch of JavaScript challenges and problems and little mini projects for other people learning JavaScript. So I can post the problems and then obviously the solution, or at least my solution to the problem, and then maybe people can use it to learn. Maybe I can keep building it out in the future to have all kinds of other different features and stuff. There's any number of different teaching tools that you can add to a site like that. But for now, I always need to remind myself, dial it back. What's the MVP? So for now, a static blog type of website where it just displays some sort of small beginner JavaScript challenge and the solution or one solution to that challenge. So while I work through the fundamentals of JavaScript through the course and also through my own mini projects, I also have this side project where I can practice web development. All right, so now everybody is up to speed on where I am in my learning journey and where we will be going and my plans for how to get there and what we'll be working on, which is a blog website for beginner JavaScript problems. Maybe we name it a play on Leet Code. We call it like Noob Code or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's where we're at. So let's get building.